We have extremely serious news at this hour. There is a bombshell phone call between the Saudi crown prince and Donald Trump that is worse than the phone call that Donald Trump was impeached for between himself and President Volodymyr Zelensky back during Donald Trump's first term. And one congressman is demanding that the Trump administration release the phone call. This phone call was between the Saudi crown prince Mohammed bin Salman, MBS, and Donald Trump soon after Jamal Khashoggi, the Washington Post reporter, was brutally dismembered and murdered by the Saudi regime. And Vindman is saying that he heard that phone call, that it was shocking, that it was a bombshell call, and that the American people deserve to know about it. Now, I keep reporting on this because Vindman just had a press conference with Jamal Khashoggi's wife, and I need you to know about this, and I need the American people to know about this bombshell phone call that Trump is refusing to release. So make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. This phone call, according to Vindman, who previously was on the National Security Council staff during the Trump administration and Trump won, was a bombshell and came just days after Jamal Khashoggi was murdered. I want you to watch Vindman alongside Jamal Khashoggi's wife.
President Trump's disturbing and counterfactual defense of Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, this week I felt compelled to speak up on behalf of the Khashoggi family and the country that I serve. This is why I took to the House floor to bring to light a call I reviewed during my tenure on Trump's White House national security staff. Out of all the calls with foreign leaders that I reviewed, two stood out as the most concerning. The first is well known. The call with President Zelensky that led to Trump's first impeachment. The second is a call between Mr. Trump and Mohammed bin Salman after the brutal murder of Washington Post journalist and a Virginia resident, Jamal Khashoggi. The Khashoggi family and the American people deserve to know what was said on that call. As I've said on the floor and in the past, if the past is any indication, the receipts will raise serious questions, and they will be shocking. All week, I've urged the president to release a transcript. Yesterday, I sent him a letter with 37 of my colleagues demanding the release of the transcript. I'm honored to have Ms. Khashoggi with me today, standing by my side as we remember her husband and call for transparency and accountability. We will continue pressing for the release of the transcript so the American people understand the truth. Our intelligence agencies concluded that Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman ordered the murder of Ms. Khashoggi's husband. When a president sidelines his own intelligence community to shield a foreign leader, America's credibility is at stake. The Khashoggi family and the public deserve to hear the truth. We need straight answers about this conversation. We need the transcript. Once again, I'm calling on the president to release the transcript of this call.
Now, a lot of people are asking me, well, how come Eugene Vindman won't just release the transcript? And it's a good question, but the answer is if he did, he'd get indicted immediately. When Vindman was on the National Security Council staff, he was there in a nonpartisan position. It wasn't a partisan. He wasn't there as a Trump acolyte, as a Trump political appointee. It was a nonpartisan role. Vindman previously served in the United States military. And these phone calls, they're highly classified. Vindman does not have access to them right now. He doesn't. He couldn't leave the White House with access to them with the recording of the call. If he did that, he would be indicted almost immediately. You can't just take a phone call and release it. He can't also say what was on that phone call without also possibly facing indictment because it is classified, and he can't just release classified information. I do want you to watch what Jamal Khashoggi's wife said following Vindman's remarks.
Thank you. And I'm seeking the help of Mr. Congressman Vindman and Mr. Jimmy Ruskin. I insist to get this content of the conversation between President Trump and Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman to stand where is the truth. I need to know that what is the truth in this conversation.
She's demanding, her husband was brutally slaughtered by the Saudi regime, and she is demanding answers. She wants the transcripts public so that she can have some closure, but also to learn about the truth between Donald Trump and the Saudi regime and how close the two of them actually were. And if you recall, Donald Trump seemingly brushed away any notion that Mohammed bin Salman was associated with the murder of Khashoggi, despite the fact that Trump's own intelligence community concluded that he was, in a stunning Oval Office departure of American norms.
Appropriate, Mr. President, for your family to be doing business in Saudi Arabia while you're president? Is that a conflict of interest? And Your Royal Highness, the U.S. intelligence concluded that you orchestrated the brutal murder of a journalist. 9/11 families are furious that you are here in the Oval Office. Why should Americans trust you? And the same to you, Mr. President.
Now, who are you with?
I'm with ABC News, sir.
You're with who?
ABC News, sir.
Fake news. ABC fake news. One of the
But the
worst.
question is
One of the
legitimate,
worst
sir.
in the business. But I'll answer your question.
Thank you.
I have nothing to do with the family business. I have left, and when I've devoted 100% of my energy. What my family does is fine. They do business all over. They've done very little with Saudi Arabia, actually. I'm sure they could do a lot. As far as this gentleman is concerned, he's done a phenomenal job. You're mentioning somebody that was extremely controversial. A lot of people didn't like that gentleman that you're talking about. Whether you like him or didn't like him, things happen. But he knew nothing about it, and we can leave it at that. You don't have to embarrass our guest by asking a question like that.
It's okay, just you ask, Mr. President,
please, go ahead.
if you allow me to answer. I feel painful about, the families of 9/11 in America, but, we have to focus on reality. Reality based on CIA documents and based on a lot of documents that Osama bin Laden used Saudi people in that event for one main purpose, is to destroy this relation, to destroy the American-Saudi relation. That's the purpose of 9/11. About the journalists, it's really painful to hear, anyone that been losing his life for, no real purpose or not in a legal way, and it's been painful for us in Saudi Arabia. We've did all the right steps of investigation, etc., in Saudi Arabia, and we've improved our system to be sure that nothing happened like that, and it's painful and it's a huge mistake, and we are doing our best that this doesn't happen again.
The American people and Jamal Khashoggi's wife deserve answers. There is a phone call that could be released by the Trump administration today. And yet they're not doing it. So I need your help to continue putting pressure on this administration. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Spread the word, because people need to know what is happening in this moment. Follow for more. I'll have much more to come very soon. So stay tuned for all the news you need to know about more to come.